research on counterfeiting material without authorization of the counterfeit.
Expose Evil here. Like, share, subscribe. Today I'm doing a video about exactly what the title says. I found this in Morals and Dogma by Albert Pike. I don't know the actual page number from the book, but it is in, I guess you call this chapter. It's in the 30th degree, Night Kaddish, around this area. Here it goes right here, it starts here. What I was looking for, what I want to show you guys is this. It says about the Knights Templars. And says the end of the drama is well known, and how Jacques de Molay and his fellow perished in the flames, but before his execution the chief of the doomed order organized and instituted what afterward came to be called the occult, Hermetic, or Scottish Masonry. In the gloom of his prison, the Grand Master created 4 metropolitan lodges, at Naples for the east, at Edinburgh for the west, at Stockholm for the north, and Paris for the south. The initials of his name, JBM, should read JDM for Jacques de Molay, found in the same order in the first 3 degrees, are but one of the many internal and cognate proofs that such was the origin of modern Freemasonry. The legend of Osiris was revived and adapted to symbolize the destruction of the order and the resurrection of Cherem, slain in the body of the temple, Cherem Abi. And that is Hiram Abiff. That's who Cherem and Cherem Abi are. And they claim that's the same guy who built Solomon's temple that was called Hiram, my father, in some translation. And supposedly, Dr. Martin Luther translated it to Hiram Abiff instead of Hiram, my father. And Hiram Abiff being the same as being the same as Adonis, aka Tammuz. And he talks about the book of Ezekiel from the Bible, right here, referring to Ezekiel 8:14, weeping for Tammuz. Ezekiel speaks of festivals of Adonis under the name of those of Tammuz, an Assyrian deity whom every year the women mourned seated at the doors of their dwellings. These mysteries, like the others, were celebrated in the spring at the vernal equinox, when he was restored to life, at which time when they were instituted the sun, Adani, Lord or Master, was in the sign of Taurus and domicile of Venus. He was represented with the horns, and the hymn of Orpheus in his honor styles him the 2-horned god, as the Argos Bacchus was represented with the feet of a bull. Bacchus, Dionysus, Adonis, Tammuz, Osiris, Hiram Abiff all represent Nimrod. And Tammuz is supposed to be the son of Nimrod, the incest child. That's about it. Freemasonry, Scottish Rite, comes from the Knights Templars, who were not Christians, but worshipped the horned skull called Baphomet. And keep that in mind, guys. It was a horned skull. It wasn't a regular skull. It was a horned skull. Oh yeah, look, I found this. And this is Albert Church Ward, The Arcana of Freemasonry, page 13, right online for free, archive.com. And he says right here, Cavalier Ramsay stated that modern masonry had its beginning in the Society of Architects, founded in Scotland under the protection of the King Robert Bruce, and the title of Ancient and Accepted Masons of the Scottish Rite may possibly have been formed in Scotland there and then, but if that is so, we must trace the origin of this to the order of Knights Templar, who fled to Scotland, and through them to the ancient mysteries practiced in the East.